click, go. Oh, okay. Does it work? This thing on? Am I live? Look, I'm still there. Yeah, motherfuckers didn't
I can
even
hear it echo.
Oh, really?
Oh wait, unless I'm hearing it from my computer. That could
Bro,
be it. Yes, it is.
oh my god, you just scared the shit out of me. I was like, bro, I
No,
thought
that's
I just
definitely
fixed
me.
these
That's
audio
definitely me.
problems. I was dead as working with Voice Meter for like 25 minutes during work yesterday. I was like, bro, there's no way this joint was even echoing on me, bruh. All right, anyways, we are good. We are good. Anyways, we are alive. No Cooldown is back. King, we see you. But yes, no Cooldown. We are back for episode 2. WenEazy, how you doing? WenEazy the God. How's it going today?
It's going pretty well. I honestly cannot complain. I have no complaints.
I
It's raining over here, so it's kind of like but I'm not outside, so it doesn't matter.
Facts. We got shelter in this bitch. Shout the shelter in this hoe.
Love my roof.
I'm about to say, yeah, I am doing fantastic. Amazing, like spectacular. Y'all, listen, just go tell your people you love them. You know what I'm saying? Do that and go watch Spider-Man and drink water. That's the only essential things you need to do at this point in time in life. That's all y'all need to do. That's it. That's all I gotta say. I know we gonna talk about that at another date in the future, but you know what I'm saying? We here though. I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying, take too much time out. When are you ready?
I am ready. I'm ready.
Let's get it. We're just gonna get right into the stories for today. First and foremost, the live action snowball is gonna keep on growing. So this past week, we got some information on not one, but 2 major live adaptations in the works for our viewing pleasure or displeasure, however you want to spin it. First and foremost, Netflix has announced that a live action Mega Man is being worked on and is coming from the minds of Henry Joost and Rael Schumann from Project Power and Paranormal Activity 3. And they're looking to be in early development right now. And the second announcement was Gotham Knights. A series around Gotham Knights is being produced and centers around the death of Bruce Wayne and unlikely team-ups between some of the characters that we will likely see in the actual Gotham Knights game, such as Nightwing, Batgirl, Red Hood, who have been framed for Bruce Wayne's death. Now, the show was actually being developed on the CW with writers on some previous CW DC shows like Supergirl and Gotham. Let's split this up first. Let's talk about Mega Man, bro. Mega Man live action being developed by Netflix. What's going on? What's going on with it?
I love Mega Man. Mega Man X, I think, was my first Mega Man game. Then I played the older ones, and I was like, yo, these are really hard. And then I did get through them. They're really fun. I have the Mega Man collection actually on my Switch as we speak. Like, I'm a huge Mega Man fan. At no point in time was when I was playing the game, I was like, man, I wish this was like a real person. Like, it just isn't something that you need. Like a Mega Man anime, oh, that would have been amazing. But like, I just don't see the purpose in it. Like, there's just a lot. There's so much. No character except for actual Mega Man and like some of the bosses look like regular people. Like, you have giant tanks. There's like a dude who's an armadillo. At least in the games that I played, it's really hard for me to be excited for like whoever to be anybody. Like, it just if it's gonna be live action and I'm assuming they're gonna make the robots look like robots, so I'm assuming you're gonna use CGI. Why don't you just make a CGI anime? Because you're just gonna have people voicing over, and if you're gonna have people just voicing over, why are you even having real actors in the thing? Why don't you just make it an anime or a CGI anime, something else?
On this one, I don't have very much to say because I like Mega Man. I'm not as deep into Mega Man as everybody else. Played a few of the Mega Man games. Solid, dope series. But again, still pretty niche. And it's like, to your point, like, how? Why don't you just make an animated series around this if you're gonna go so far as to create, you know, like whole animations and stuff like that? Like it's just a weird thing to adapt in general. I've seen some of the sketches. Hey, how you gonna make a full grown ass man in the blue shit with the cannon on him, bro? Like, I mean, I understand, like, I feel like it'd be in the vein of like, you know, an Astro Boy, a Speed Racer like style of live action animation, which was, it was there, you know what I'm saying? I thought that wasn't terrible, but I don't have much to say on this with Netflix. What's wrong with y'all, bro? We need to have a sit down conversation of why y'all be adapting everybody's shit, bro. Like, just because they got a name to them, like, it might not be good. You have no clue, bro. You just shooting in the dark, one cannon, like you doing this every time out. Just with, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not shitting on Mega Man as a series. You know it's good. you know Mega Man's a good series. You know what I'm saying? Like, aside, Mighty Number 9 as a whole, that's something else. But then I like, but it just there's just some things that don't need. Again, we've had the same conversation with other live action stuff in the past. There's some things that just don't need to be adapted. And again, with the translation, it's like you're already pissing off the fans by even mentioning this. I feel like it's literally like you're climbing Everest. You know what I'm saying? With no life supporting your backpack, no campfires, no nothing. You just got, a couple of tools on you and some Ugg boots. That's all you're doing climbing up this mountain. And it's going to be a slippery slope if you mess up even one thing. It's not, and I feel like they're not giving an arcane level budget to this. So it's a tough ask. It's a tough ask.
I just don't understand it because like Netflix, definitely has animation studios because you have things like Castlevania, you have things like Seis Manos, which I don't think is getting a second season. And I think it's one of the best animes that Netflix ever made. But they have animation studios, like they've made animes before. Yasuke, like they have people who they know that can make animes, and I feel like this would be one of those times where you hit up the people who made Castlevania, or you hit up, like, why wouldn't you give that to the same company that made Castlevania? Castlevania was an amazing series, and it is a video game anime. Why wouldn't you just be like, hey, can you guys do the same thing you did but for Mega Man? And then if that show came out and it flopped, then I'd be like, okay, maybe, and you guys wanted to try something else, okay, then you say live action, I would be more understanding, but you guys are just going for the live, like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand what the idea is behind it.
I have not seen it still. Shoot me if you're mad.
Castlevania?
No. Yes, I have not seen Castlevania all the way. I have not. Ooh. I've seen a few episodes and I'm like severely behind because that is what it is. But I need to see it because my friend, like, he almost pimp slapped me. He's like, bro, you need to watch this shit. Stop playing.
It's really good.
Fire.
It's really good.
Yes. I gotta watch it. But I low key blame Detective Pikachu. Low key on the lowest of keys.
For live action?
Yes, just in general. I feel like that or one other adjacent movie in that area. Like, it was decent, but decent enough to where, like, oh, okay, like, I feel like we can do this. So everybody kind of jumped the gun. It was like, oh yeah, let's jump it on every live action, live action adaptation property. Let's pick this one. Let's pick Mega Man. Let's pick Yu Yu Hakusho. Let's pick One Piece. Let's see what we can do. I feel like they got too much dip on the chip. On the chip, and now they trying to, take a claim at every damn series, and it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's just really clutching at everything that they possibly can, and it's only gonna end up in more season 1 cancellations of great properties, a la Cowboy Bebop. See you, Space Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? And that's my shit. Yeah. But it's just gonna be that same track if you're not putting enough, time and at least a feasibility study. Like, would it even make sense? Do some focus groups, man. Like, talk to some of the fans of Mega Man. Like, would it actually make sense to go live action? What do you need to do? Would it just be an animation, thing rather than a full blown live scale? You got to bring in, like, like a Forrest Whitaker, some random ass dude to come, like, be a supporting actor and shit like that. Like, you gotta find the right lane, and this don't feel like the right lane to me. I'm just saying.
They could call us. Like, if anybody is thinking about making any video game into a TV show, call us. We'll tell you right now if you're gonna waste your time.
Bro, listen, literally, just pick up the phone. Like 1-800 Cooldown, bro. We right here, just like a 5-minute conversation. That's it. Y'all say what? Mega Man? That shit not gonna work. That's done. And then we're here. We save you millions every day. Besides extensive consultation, marketing and research, all that stuff. You know how much savings we're gonna bring you? Like, oh my gosh, like, it's ridiculous.
They could jump into they could just look up Mega Man any game, and the most viewed any game in Twitch of Mega Man. Type in the chat, what would y'all think about a live action Mega Man TV show? And then they would get all the information they needed to go forward or not. But they don't. They just be like, yo, live action Mega Man, and they're like, yo, I already sent you the money for that. The money is in the account. We already expensed it. It's like, damn, son, why y'all doing this to us?
Facts.
It's just
And then go ahead.
No, it's like it just doesn't make sense.
I feel like they always go, they jump the gun, and since they want to, be all gung ho with these projects and trying to take them on, but they're not willing to do the same things the studio behind the Sonic movies were and change if stuff isn't going right, and that's the problem. Like, Sonic is a very special case where people actually listen from a studio, because you're like, yo, everything is wrong right here. And then you see how that changed the course of the Sonic movie. It gave him so much success going back to the drawing board and actually listening and being receptive to actual fan input that they went back, had a solid first movie. Now they come back with a second, and people are all hyped for it because they got Knuckles and stuff like that in there. You know what I'm saying? Got Knuckles, Tails, that you see all bunch of different stuff. Like the Master Emerald. Now that people are seeing like, okay, y'all hearing us now, so we're gonna support it. But again, a lot of these studios, a lot of these companies jump above that or jump past that step without really toning in to the fan feedback and the fan input for a lot of these projects, and that's what gets them messed up in the first place.
It's insane.
It's insane. But yeah, let's jump to the second one now. Gotham Knights. Yeah. Now the game isn't even out yet, and so I assume WB was kind of like double dipping, like, yo, why don't we make this shit a TV show too? Fuck it, So they did that, and it's gonna be on the CW. I have so many worries about this show.
I think the best case scenario is that this show is gonna get one solid season, and the season's gonna be either like pretty okay or by some stroke of luck good, and then it's just gonna suck because the first season of Arrow, I remember I was like, I actually like this show, and then the second season was also good, but then as soon as they were like, we're gonna make the Flash, and they try to like combine everything to make you watch more CW. Like money got involved basically at the end of the day, and money is now involved no matter what show they start off with.
It's facts.
I don't see this being like it's great because it's fine that it's a live action because this is like, take notes, Netflix. This is something you can make a live action because they're all just regular human beings just fighting. You can choreograph fights. That's fine. When they do things like Flash, we're not even gonna talk about that. We don't have time. People like Batman, it's just people in leotard fighting. That's easy. They can definitely do this. I don't think it's gonna look cheesy. I don't think the fact that it's live action is gonna be a problem. I don't know specifically how this is gonna work in their little universe because I know that they have like the Arrow, like their universe is all interconnected.
Yeah.
I just feel like a Batman show would be a good thing to start off with before you kill him off, but maybe this is a cool segue into maybe a Batman TV show. I just don't think that their shows are all that good anymore because they're just dramas with people in masks like it just feels like soap operas.
Yep. And I'm about to say, I think to note on that, I think the team that's working on the Batgirl series, that's where it's connected. I think canonically, so they'll see that version of Batgirl connected with them. I believe so. I believe I saw something about that on the news where it's like, that team that's working on that show is joining in to work on this, and it's probably going to be connected that way. So, why do we need it at all? Like, I bet you like $5 a game is going to be better than the whole first season. Like the game will probably, like the game is going to be better. Like if the internet connectivity and some of the level capping and stuff, that's a whole different conversation for Gotham Knights the game. Like, but plot wise, it's gonna be better than the first season. I can already put like $1 down. So CW just already has that track record of y'all are consistently fucking shit up like a couple of seasons later. So why do I have any faith in this, to be good for more than what, a season, 2 seasons? And it feels just like y'all really just putting everything down. Y'all pulling everything out the damn wazoo to try and make something work. WB, y'all been on some thin ice for a while, bruh. Y'all get a couple of wins this way, and y'all get chopped down at the knees like another day, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on? WB, y'all need some consultation. Y'all need to call the number again. We will tell you, bro. Listen, I will call same number, bro. Just yeah. No. Gotham Knights, the Gotham Knights game, go. Gotham Knights TV show, put that shit in the trash right now. Suicide Squad, don't touch that shit. Let them work. Thank you. Click, and that's it. That's all. Not even a minute conversation. See how much value you got out of that? Like, yo, WB, I just don't know, bruh. And you're giving it to the CW, bruh. Like, nigga, I don't even got cable, bro. Like, I'm not even on it like that, bro. It's just gonna have a tough time, man. Just gonna have a tough time. I am not excited and or looking forward to or expecting anything good from it. To be honest,
it's just like. So I just don't know. I don't know what the purpose is. Is it to build up hype for the game? I don't think so because you'd have to come out before the game. So unless this show is out, um, it's not going to build up
Mm,
hype for the game. Is the game supposed to build up hype for the show? You're putting a lot of eggs in this basket. Like you're putting a lot of pressure. Actually, that's the word I'm looking for. You're
mm,
putting a lot of pressure on the game because I've watched the gameplay. Um, Not to be a hater or anything, I'm still very on the fence about things because
mm.
I love Batman combat, but throwing in like RPG elements and having co-op, I just don't know how the balancing is going to work. There's just a lot of questions. It's still very much up in the air. It's a big
Mm,
ambition. I think it's going to be an interesting thing. I really, really want this to
mm,
work because I love the Batman series. They're really fun games to play. Um, but right now, it's still we still cannot confirm that this game is going to be super gas
mm,
to the point that it's going to launch a TV show and people are going to be like, I love this game. I'm going to watch the TV show.
mm,
The only time I've ever seen a game have a TV show attached to it was Final Fantasy 15. I was a huge and this hype
mm.
campaign for Final Fantasy 15 was nuts, but Final Fantasy
Yeah,
15 was in development for like 12 years or something. So they
yeah.
came out with a little anime miniseries. Each
Mm,
episode had to do with the characters. So it's like you
mm.
would learn about this one character this episode, the second character would be the next episode, and that's kind of they built up hype. Then they released a 2-hour feature film about a prequel to the actual game that was happening at the same time of the game. It was nuts. Like this was a lot of
Wow.
media that was covered in this one game.
Yeah.
Game comes out, very underwhelming. Not the best game. A lot of people were pretty upset, and it had like this big campaign, and the payoff was just not worth it.
Mm,
So I don't really like the fact that they're like, oh, we're gonna do a live action Gotham Knights, when you guys haven't even really done a good live action anything. Because Arrow, the first 2 seasons was great, but you killed off Slade Wilson, who's a problem for like a lot of people in the Batman universe. You bring in a lot of people from other universes and then kill them off.
mm.
Like, I just don't know. Was there a Thanos event that reset the universe in the Arrowverse? I'm not sure. I stopped watching after the 17th spinoff. So I don't know. I'm just not excited. I'm gonna just play the game. If the CW show
Yeah.
takes off, good for them. I don't even if it's good, I probably won't watch.
Yeah. I'm in full agreement with you. I didn't even know that Final Fantasy 15 like had a bunch of those like media stuff in
No, it
between.
was.
Was it like I'm trying to remember. I feel like I've seen something like that before. Like there was like an actual movie around it. But
Final Fantasy Kxngviii. It was actually a pretty solid
Kxngviii. Oh
movie.
my
Yeah, yeah,
gosh.
yeah. Yeah, it was a
That was
pretty solid
connect.
movie. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know, dude. I watched it in my college dorm, and I was like, "Whoa, this game is gonna be insane."
Oh, that yo, damn, damn. I did
Yeah,
not
and they
even
had
know
like a
that.
five. They had a 5 episode miniseries on like each of the individual characters
Mm,
because you have like
mm,
4 companions.
yeah.
Every companion had like a little episode, and
Mm,
it was all on YouTube. It was a really cool thing that they did, and I was like really
wow.
excited because I was like, I would love for people to like stop thinking that video games are just one medium and branching it
Mm,
out. But then like they put all these eggs in this basket because they hyped up this game by creating all these different things, and then Final Fantasy 15 was
yeah,
it's not a
underwhelming
bad
at
game
first.
now,
Now it's yeah, but
but
at first it was.
it's it's just it was very front heavy. All the cool shit was in the front, and then when you got to the
Mm,
half of the other half of the game, it was
yeah,
kind of like mid. But now with all the DLCs, it makes
mhm,
that half that was empty
a lot
full
better.
because now you have all these DLCs that like
Facts.
connect to it.
Hmm.
But it's kind of late now.
Yep. Years late, my guy.
Yeah,
Like that.
it's too late. You should have had that. That
Yeah.
you shouldn't take shit out of games. Remember that, game developers. Don't take shit out to put it in later. That's just stupid.
Weird, weird. If you're gonna have a roadmap, stick to that roadmap. You know what I'm saying? If you have a
Hmm.
base set of requirements or base set of content, don't don't pull nothing to purposely don't purposely pull stuff out to say for we'll say this for DLC or whatever. That's just stupid. Put that base
Yeah.
front down and then build on that. You want to have a full foundation, or else people are gonna literally mark you down for that shit because I felt like it was missing something here, but you just added the same shit months later for $15 extra when you could just put it in the base game and then just made some other shit. That's a whole nother
Yep.
problem in and of itself. But on
Hmm.
Gotham Knights, it's just again this goes down to the root of WB of like y'all be really just trying to shoot for anything when y'all haven't really proven yourselves consistently in certain fronts. And I'm just like, how do you the gall, the unmitigated gall, the temerity, just the audacity, all that stuff. Like Gotham Knights as a game hasn't even dropped yet. We just started, the actual the media push for it and campaigns and stuff like that. Y'all already dropping a show, you know what I'm saying? You already got all these things trying to get lined up. It's like y'all trying to bum rush into stuff and throwing it at the wall to make sure if it sticks or not. And it's not. It's most likely not. It's just gonna fall to
It's
the
not gonna
floor.
stick.
It's not gonna. The shit ain't gonna stick, bro. It's not gonna stick. And that's where we all just go a little bit left. So for WB, y'all gotta really like take a step back and let some of these people work and not put too much on the plate, because how are we gonna, again, for the general consumer, I'm gonna be like, oh, Gotham Knights, man, I heard that show sucked. What the hell? There was a game. It probably sucks too.
Yeah.
Like, if you tie one to the other like that, and then one isn't hidden as much as the other in the same time frame, that can mess up a lot of stuff. Like from a consumer standpoint, like conceptually wise, you know, for perception. If people see the CW show and they're like, yo, bro, that joint was whatever. What are they gonna think about the game, and vice versa? You know what I'm saying? What if the game doesn't hit as much, and now people are looking at, you know, the Gotham Knights series on TV as if like, yo, it's not, probably wasn't that good if the game wasn't that good. So, you know, there's just a lot of stuff that they're juggling, and they're trying to just push through the process instead of going one at a time and trying to focus on making one good product and one good entity after the other, and build momentum instead of just trying to throw all of it out the wall based off of the hype of the name.
Yeah.
Feels wild. WB, stop fucking up. Y'all got good properties. Stop fucking up. And you better, y'all better leave oh my goodness. If y'all somehow fuck up multiverses, I'm not gonna lie. That would hurt.
I think multiverses is fine because it's not being dealt with by like the CW, like the little like that. I think is far disconnected. I think the games, I think we'll get great WB games for a while at least.
I hope so.
Live action shit.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Shows. I don't
even
know what other shows they'd pull. Like,
yeah. The thing is like, I'm a huge DC fanboy. Me and Panda are actually watching Young Justice. One of the best shows for superhero animated shows. One of the best, if not the best. And I was just sitting there like, man, I don't understand why they just keep trying to do live action shit when their non-live action shit is so gas,
so good. Like literally, like in a different league, and it's like, yo, DC been running like animated shit for a good bit. You know what I'm saying? They've been on the front lines and shit in terms, I guess, the comparisons to them and Marvel. Like, they've had way more success on that front. I'm like, yo, why don't you push this more? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you have that, push that, and let that keep going a little bit and let it grow? And then if there's enough interest on that, maybe you can pick ones that make sense on that side and then bring them to live action. Be a little bit more cautious, but there's that. And you know, Marvel's kind of catching up now on the animated side. Like, okay, we got some shit for y'all. Throw that way. You know what I'm saying? So they're kind of just trying to do a little bit too much instead of be a bit more, I guess, patient about it. You know what I'm saying? See what actually might be feasible instead of, you know, throwing the whole kitchen sink at it. So we'll see. But yeah, CW, I'm about to say CW. I don't even want to see y'all, bro. I don't even got y'all channel on my shit. Gotham Knights, WB, get it together, man. Get it together. Anyways, we on to the next topic. Call this section the business backdrop, just because there was just a few, you know what I'm saying, movements in the business world in terms of games that we wanted to take a look at. First and foremost, Tencent is dropping a few dollars. See what I did there? See what 10 cent? Never mind. Let me fucking stop. On Turtle Rock. So a couple of days ago, it was revealed by Business Wire that Chinese conglomerate / developer Tencent has officially added Turtle Rock Studio to its family of development studios. The team behind the latest MP horror shooter Back 4 Blood and other series like Evolve and Left 4 Dead will retain all studio operations at current, but will be supported by their new parent for endeavors moving forwards. Now, damn, Tencent just moving like lightning, bro. That's a big studio that they just acquired, man. Like, that's damn, bro. Like, Tencent about to be like, they're already everywhere, but like in the next few years they're gonna be everywhere, bro. Like, they're really making like big strides.
Don't they own like part of Fortnite, or are they connected? I know they're connected with like one big franchise. I cannot remember actually. Let me see. I think with Tencent, I just think that it's like, I don't like when
oh yeah, they own Epic Games. I forgot.
They own Epic Games. Yeah. So they own the small indie developer Epic Games.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Small storefront.
The small storefront with a small indie game known as Fortnite, I think it's called.
Nah, I don't know. I thought I had to say the roar mode and shit. Whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Something about zombies. So when it comes to big companies buying developers, I am always uncomfortable when the company, like the developer, isn't like. So when PlayStation bought Insomniac, I thought that was fine. In my eyes, when I saw it, I was like, that's gonna be fine because Insomniac was already making PlayStation exclusives. they've already been known for making such quality games that I don't see PlayStation getting their hands all over it. I think they just wanted to have like, yo, we just want to pay you for the stuff and make sure that you're working with us full time. And they were like, all right, cool. So I don't think they're gonna really like dive in. But when it's something like Turtle Rock, where they have had good success with Back for Blood, but then like Evolve didn't really go anywhere. It makes me worried because I don't want them to get. I think that they're a good company and I think that they can make good games. I just don't want Tencent to be like, hey, we own you now, so let's do things our way. And I just feel like that this is not a good environment to work under.
Yeah, it's a really a tough kind of catch-22. It's like, will they give Turtle Rock enough incentive to, you know, do their own thing still and operate as their own studio, but just give them the backing to do what they need? Or will they kind of pull like a, you know, an Activision route or some shit like that, where it's like they kind of get shoehorned into certain decisions and they can't really, you know, do anything about it? That's the catch-22. But again, with the breadth and depth, you know, again, just with that situation, you can't really know until it actually happens. So you kind of just have to, you know, sit back and see what's even going on with them. Yeah, and hope for the best. Yeah, hope for the best. Again, Turtle Rock is a really good studio. They just came out with a banger and Back for Blood. They have a lot of, you know, room to grow and room to go forward. I'm just hoping that, you know, Tencent gives them the license to go forward with that and whatever that they're gonna do next, whether it be, you know, a Back for Blood sequel or whatever the hell, and give them creative freedom and give them the room to work in their own bounds. Just give them throw some cash at them, you know what I'm saying? But otherwise, let them do their business. I don't want to see any, you know, development studio get stifled, even though they get acquired by a bigger fish. You know what I'm saying? I never want to see that in any capacity. As for, you know, just the general sense of, you know, the market and stuff like that, Tencent, they're already everywhere. Epic, I'm pretty sure Riot as well. Like, they are damn near everywhere already.
Do they own part of Riot too? I gotta see.
I'm pretty sure
I think they do.
I'm pretty sure they have majority stake. They've had majority stake for a while now, but it just never gets mentioned. I'm fairly sure. Let me see. Tencent.
So they have
2015.
Riot Games is 100%. Epic is 40%. They own 5% of Ubisoft, 5% of Activision.
Hey yo, Loki, why did I even make this a news story? These motherfuckers everywhere already. My fault.
They literally own everything. They own they own parts of Platinum Games. It's undisclosed though. 36% of Fat Shark, which made Vermintide. They own a lot. Wow, they're everywhere. Actually.
Hey yo, what the? Hey yo, this shit. Why the fuck did not hear this, bro? You see
Illuminati,
bro? Do you see this news report, nigga? This says they own 2% of the No Cooldown podcast. What the fuck? Who signed what, nigga? Who signed shit? Nigga, who signed shit? No,
where's my check?
Facts, bro. I'm like, yo,
that's what I would want to know.
I don't know. I don't even know when I signed shit, bro. This is ridiculous. I gotta talk to King. He says he must have signed off some shit.
That's so funny.
That's insane, bro. Just again, 10 cents, like again, just spread across the industry. It's already really, really big, and I feel like it's not just them. It's just a lot of Eastern conglomerates are just making their presence felt across the board in terms of, you know, the gaming industry and stuff. You see it, like they're building a lot of stuff, and I feel like we're gonna see a lot more. Again, just spread of that coming through. Which again, as long as they come through on the mindset of, we're here to just again, we're making business decisions, business strategies, but we want to support the actual development. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's going to be a profitable business, has to be profitable, but in terms of operation, we're going to give you the bounce pad you need for studios to build, you know, the best games that they can. So that makes, you know, more good stuff for us. I don't want no crazy ass, you know, monopolies, nothing like that. But if they can go with that mindset of, we don't want to stifle you, we don't want to pull you in a certain direction where you have to do this, and that to make it good. I don't want no damn Anthem situation where you have to, you know what I'm saying, make something out of your whole complete wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, give the creators and give development studios the tools they need, but don't stifle them in terms of direction. I understand business goals and creative goals in terms of making a game project can clash, and they do literally on every basis and damn near every project on earth. But with some as big as Tencent and with the studios that they're, you know, going across and basically having stake in, especially Turtle Rock now fully, it's paramount that they, you know, give them that bounce back. So just watch out, Tencent. That's all I'm saying. Damn, 2%, bro. What the fuck? We need to put a sponsor name or some shit. We got to put their logo or some shit in here, bro. This is ridiculous.
They didn't even give us hoodies or nothing, man.
Facts. I don't even got a tumbler, not a sticker. I ain't got shit. this is foolery, bro. This is tomfoolery. Anyways, the next business backdrop story that we saw, according to Gematsu, Sony Interactive Entertainment apparently filed a trademark for the Order 1886 this past December 9th, sparking a lot of conversation that they might revive the IP after it's been dormant for almost 6 years and had an open line at the end of the game for a sequel. Now, while the team behind the original game, Ready at Dawn, is owned by Facebook, PlayStation could still hand this off to another studio for the next iteration. What are we thinking about, man? Order 1886, back around the cuts, somehow revived.
That was a franchise that I actually kind of wanted to be good. Like, I saw the trailers, I was like, this is nuts. But then, like, I heard it was like a lukewarm reception. People were like, it's okay, it's not terrible. I never got a chance to play it, but I definitely was interested because I thought the time. That was one of the few times where I was just like, you know what, this is a cool era. Now I'm kind of over that era, I guess. But like, I was really in love with the idea of werewolves. It was something that wasn't done before, and I wanted it to succeed, but I didn't hear much from it. I like PlayStation looking back and seeing all these franchises that they didn't give the same amount of love as like a Ratchet and Clank or something, and like being like, hey, maybe we should bring this back and see what works. Because honestly, I would love to see another Resistance game, or even a Resistance like remaster, something like, something that we haven't seen in a while. There was oh my god, there was a game called like Starhawk or something, where like you were on like a desert planet and like you built stuff with like jets and stuff. It was cool.
I'm pretty sure it was Starhawk. Yeah.
It was a bunch of cool IPs that they just kind of left the PS3 generation. I just hope that they bring some stuff back.
100%. Now with the Order 1886, I remember when this first got revealed. I think it was like an E3 like 2013, 2014. We was sitting there looking in it, like the dude was walking through the building. He was fighting the vampire. I think was it a werewolf? He was fighting a werewolf
or something. Yeah,
he was fighting a werewolf. I was like, yo, the aspect ratio, the whole look of it. I was like, yo, this man cool. This is like dope. Visually, it looks insane. Then we got it, and the gameplay was like, oh, okay, damn, wait a minute, and then there was that whole thing. I can't remember what exactly it was, but I remember like the developers were like, yo, we're a victim of racism or something like that, and I don't know what exactly it was.
Oh my god,
it was some other wild shit.
It was something wild.
I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but I can't.
I gotta look it up.
But it was a whole debacle with the studio, with the game. It wasn't hitting as much, and the game was pretty short. It was like what, a couple of hours? It was 4 or 5 hours, maybe. It wasn't that long. It was
like short, yeah.
Again, it just felt like it fell short of the hype that it delivered. Again, with the whole premise behind, the Knights of the Round Table, the werewolves, the whole like punkish London era and stuff. That was a lot of promise in there, and it didn't deliver that first time. So seeing PlayStation pick this back up, and again, possibly handing it off to somebody with some tenure within the PlayStation family of developers, this could be a really, really big, this could be a big score. This could be a big redemption arc for the Order 1886. But my question is, who would you give it to? We Ready It Down's with Facebook. I don't know if they are allowed to even come back. So PlayStation has the IP. Who do they give it to?
I mean, like, everybody's like knee-jerk reaction to that would be like Insomniac, because they haven't really missed. But I don't think Insomniac would do well with this IP, because it's like a third-person shooter. So I don't even really know who you could like. I would have to look at the list of people who have made third-person shooters. I'm thinking something along the lines of like,
my first response would be Sucker Punch. Just
Sucker Punch would do a pretty solid job. The only issue I have with like Sucker Punch and like Insomniac is that games where it's...
I lied. My fault. Naughty Dog. I reversed it.
Naughty Dog would be a good solid. Naughty Dog would be solid. Naughty Dog would be solid.
Naughty Dog would be, again, first one.
I would think them, Guerrilla Games, the people who made Horizon Zero Dawn, I think they could do pretty well. They've made some very interesting monsters that you find in that game, and I think that they would translate well to something like that, because it would be a third-person shooter. Because I couldn't think of anybody else who, like, I would love for it to be Sucker Punch or Insomniac, because they make really fun games, but at the end of the day, they make really fun platformer type games, like action adventure, like Spider-Man and like Ratchet and Clank doesn't really translate too well when you're just boots on the ground RPG. But of course they could surprise us. Same thing with like not Sekiro, disrespecting Ghost of Tsushima. Not that Sekiro is a bad game, but they're two totally different games.
Yeah, completely different.
Ghost of Tsushima is really fun, but like the only games I could think of was like Ghost of Tsushima, and the Infamous games is what
Mm.
Sucker Punch has made, and like I don't
Yeah,
know how in the both of those games you're a very mobile character where it's like I don't
yeah.
think, and unless I'm wrong, in 1886, unless it's the sequel you're playing as a werewolf, I don't
Mm.
know how well it would translate. But I think
Yeah,
Naughty Dog or Guerrilla Games, I think they would hit it out the park.
yeah. I agree. Now, yeah, again, I had my names flipped, so excuse me. But yeah, Naughty Dog, of course, would has to be first shout. Again, I could put Uncharted down for a little bit. It's a third person shooter. It doesn't have to be as mobile. You want a
Yeah,
nice, a lush active environment, action sequences, things that make that Order 1886 world pop. And I feel like Naughty Dog would be a great team to do that. Again, they've had the experience with it, the whole Uncharted series up to now. They are the first able-bodied person I would give it to, again, especially since I don't know what they're doing at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't know what they can be doing that's in development. Let me see. I want to say for Naughty Dog games. What again? Last of Us is they're already out of session. Another Crash game, baby. Oh yeah, yeah. Come on, like they're not making that shit. Uncharted again. Besides remasters and remakes, which are probably being fed with other teams, they're not working on that. Um, I feel like they're free. I feel like they're pretty
yeah.
much free.
Unless
Uh,
they're making a third-person shooter Jack and Daxter game, which would be
yeah,
great. I don't think that they're
unless
gonna
unless they're
do.
making any Jack and Daxter remake, which I'm like, I give y'all full reign to stop
Ah
everything
man,
else to make that. Y'all
I
good,
would
clear
love
it
that.
out.
I love
Like
that.
do what y'all need to do to make either continuation or make a remake of Jack One. Cool,
Reboot anything.
cool.
That was a good
That's fine.
franchise.
That's fine. But I think right now, given the slate of everybody, again, Sony Santa Monica, they're in the trenches with all the God of War stuff, and they don't really have that. I don't think off the top of my head that experience with shooters and stuff like that.
Third person shooters. I don't know.
It would be a
They
really good
again.
narrative. It would be a really good
They could
narrative.
they could do something crazy, but I don't.
Mhm.
I just don't know.
Yeah, but
That would also mean like it also depends on like where in this franchise. Like, is this a prequel, a sequel? Like, it really
mhm.
depends.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
also true.
I hope they bring this back because it would give a bigger like it would give like a path for people for other forgotten franchises to come back. But
I agree.
I I don't know. We'll just have to hopefully keep our fingers crossed because they might have just trademarked it just to trademark it.
Yeah,
They might not
true.
even do anything with it.
That's definitely facts. They do be doing that, motherfuckers.
No fact.
Yeah, no, they do be just to hold their IP. They do just again reclaim trademarks and stuff like that. But again, I'm hoping something does come of it, and they do hand it off to somebody because that's something I want to see, man. Order
Hmm.
1886 wasn't a terrible game, and again, it was a really interesting concept. So I'd love to actually see that game come good, or that series come good. So yeah, we'll see in time. In time, we will
Yeah.
know the answer. All right. Switching gears a little bit to some platform news, i.e., streaming platform news. I wanted to talk about a step forward and a step backward for Twitch. Let's start with the positive on the step forward. So, Twitch this week has officially brought in a new senior director, global head of strategic programs and culture, in Kendra DeRosiers. She worked at Facebook as the head of product go-to-market for media partnerships and marketing, and before that at YouTube, where she headed up a lot of different projects in the platform's first diversity marketing campaign for multicultural women and LGBTQ creators. Let's start here. Thoughts on this hire? Thoughts on the talent acquisition? What is Twitch planning to do with this? Is that we're bringing Kendra in. How do you feel about this one?
I think it's a great idea. I'm very excited to see the changes that she goes through. I just hope that this isn't one of those hires where we've hired this person to do this thing and then they don't give them any real power, and
Mm,
then like we all blame this person like, oh, they hired her and she hasn't done anything. It's like, well, we don't know the ins and outs because they can hire somebody, give her the title, give her all this, give her like
mm.
things that she's able to do, but then never implement them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I hope this isn't them hiring to save face. I hope this is them hiring to change things up.
And I feel like again, she comes with a pedigree of actually creating feasible projects that have done good in different
Yeah.
spaces. Again, with Facebook and on YouTube with her past resume and stuff. So I feel like it can be a really really good thing and a really good path to some more responsive, just better communication and better ideas and better progress coming out of Twitch, because we know they can be tone deaf as hell. Shout outs to everybody seeing this on the stream right now on Twitch. But like y'all can be tone deaf as hell. And it's nice to have, somebody who's had that tenure of actually showing specific intentionality behind certain campaigns and initiatives to highlight certain people who are maybe underrepresented in streaming spaces, whether it be certain communities, again, LGBTQ, women, Black people, other POCs and stuff like that. That's a really good thing to come in with that resume. Again, from the report on Variety, it said she's reported right to Twitch's VP of Global Creators, so she's going to be right towards the top of a lot of influential decisions, which is good. And then she had a comment which was like, I believe she was like, yeah, I'm excited to partner with Twitch's creator community to understand their challenges, celebrate their successes, and create new opportunities and champion diverse voices on the platform as Twitch enters its next chapter. So I feel like she's spearheading a lot of a new wave of stuff to help create substantial progress for a lot of underrepresented communities on Twitch, which is, again, nothing less than a good thing. So I'm hoping she gets the license to do what she wants to do in terms of the projects that she's cooking up to help people out. So I think it's a good move. I think it's a really good move. Again, she comes with experience. She seems like she's got a decent head on her shoulders, and it's only down to what she does first, what she does next. How does the rest of the Twitch organization react to that? And hopefully they can make some more responsive shit, bro. Because I'm like, y'all can't be doing the wild shit y'all did this year again, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all was doing some wild shit. Y'all was tweeting a lot of wild stuff on the same day. Some other, like was they tweeting like some hap like September and stuff like that when Twitch was getting boycotted?
Yeah. on the day of the boycott, they tweeted something, and that's why I'm very scared for this new hire, because I think that she's gonna be great, but I just hope that Twitch doesn't just treat it as like a marketing move. It's like, oh look, we hired a Black person. Now we can now we're part of the cookout. Where's my plate? No, you guys have so much stuff, so much work to do, and that's why I feel like it's never. And like when we get to the next part of the segment, I could go into it more, but it's just like I just feel like every time they do something for creators of color, they are also in the like they're doing like backhanded compliments. It feels like when it comes to Twitch.
It feels half-assed because you don't go. There's not full intentionality. So when there's, again, one step forward, two steps back. And that is encapsulated in the next part of this whole segment, because recently Twitch banned popular streamer Hasan Abi and institutes a ban over the usage of the word cracker in streams. I did not use the ER. I did not use the ER, so you can't ban.
ER. We're allies.
This one was hotly, debated, contested, and all that stuff. So just your thoughts on the new ban parameter, Hasan Abi getting banned for using the Ritz word in Twitch streams. What's going on, man? What's going on?
So here's the issue I have. Like I said earlier, like the backhanded compliments. It's like, yo, we've hired a new Black person to deal with the Twitch culture, and it's like, oh, sweet. And then it's like, oh, by the way, we're gonna really penalize people who use the C word, I guess. Like, how dare you call somebody a saltine? And it's like, all right, so when you had people actively like using hate speech of a lot of different like degrees, you would just be like, oh, it's not that bad, or oh, it's not even that big of a deal, da 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 da. And like the moment one person uses the C word, it's like, all right, we're shutting that down. No, we can't have like that kind of like proactive like approach to shit is really annoying when it's not to things that are actually a big problem.
Facts.
Like people are getting hate rated, and we didn't hear a word from you like at all for a while, and then the moment somebody says the C word, somebody gets called a saltine, it's like you guys lock everything down. It's like, oh, we banned his mod, we banned him, everybody's getting banned right now. You can't use that. And it's like, bro, it's not one. It is nowhere near as bad as any of the other. There's literally an entire list. If you show me every racist term ever used, that is probably the least offensive, and I could put money on that because it holds no real significance. So it's not that big a deal to begin with. But the fact that you guys are so proactive, and we see how fast you can move to implement shit when it comes to some white kid feeling uncomfortable in the Twitch chat, as opposed to people who are literally getting told to go kill themselves and get called racial slurs, it's really, really, really annoying. And that's when I said, when they hired this new lady, I hope they give her the power to fire a lot of other people, because from what my understanding, it seems like every time they make a rule to help people of color, the other workers will find a way to hurt them in some way, shape, or form.
Facts. It's like we see at least a half inch of progress on our side, where it's like, okay, you finally actually answered hate rage. You finally answered. You had some tools to combat that stuff, and you finally made some statement on actual racist rhetoric is not shouldn't be purported on this damn platform. Great. A whole little bit later, one person, one popular streamer, one of them is talking to all these little white boys in the chat telling you, yo, bruh, there's actually no racist or hurtful history behind that word. Y'all just mad because y'all are mad. It's a word. Y'all want to be mad over everything. Tough. Y'all are saltines. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some Flower Rangers. And yes, I did like that term Flower Rangers because it is what it is. But no, I was playing. But yeah, no, seriously, like it's and then look how quick they moved. Look how quick they moved to ban that and then ban the rule. Fast. Like they went from streamer to the rule in like 10 minutes. Seeing again, speaking to your point, just seeing the quickness in response to that, and then seeing the actual just the languid nature of them, just they being so lackadaisical when it came to actual things that mattered. You know what I'm saying? To actual marginalized communities being hunted down with hate raids and all that stuff, with hateful speech, left, right, and center. It was like, you're getting dogged, all that stuff. It's just really telling to see that go on over and over again. It's stupid.
When you understand the way corporate works of like any real big companies, especially the size of Twitch, for them to implement a rule, there needs to be like a meeting and people have to sign off on it. So like I think that in the time span of because it wasn't even Hasan who said it first, it was his mod, and he said, why did my mod get banned for saying that? And then he said it, and then they banned him. Like the fact that there, for a fact there was an emergency meeting held, and people went and signed off, and like the amount of time that they took to put this into effect, compared to the time that they even had to send out a tweet about them saying, hey, we're looking into hate raids. It shows how quickly they can move for the things that they want to, and how quickly how long it takes them to move for things that they don't want to. And it's pretty obvious. And they did this on after they hired somebody that was supposed that they say they're gonna help Twitch. It's not the people who they hire, it's the people who are still working at Twitch that's the problem.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. And also, I just wanted to point out, it took, one person saying something that, that might have struck a nerve with some of y'all internally. One popular person, instead of the millions of people on your platform who are bringing in revenue every day and bringing a whole bunch of different viewership, the millions, thousands upon millions of creators. And then it took one incident with one top creator. But I feel like that's just a numbers game, and that's how it goes. But that's crazy. It just shows you y'all don't value everybody, again, in certain regards.
In the same way.
And again, with the numbers game, whatever, it is what it is, business. But still, if you seeing something on your platform that can and will affect your market share, will affect your bottom line, it will affect your viewership, will affect everything, because you're seeing different types of people, being brought onto your platforms. And then when that kind of driver of attention and driver of attraction is attacked through these creators that are being marginalized, don't bat an eye. But when is one popular streamer that's getting, that's getting the same viewers from all 20 big creators and shit like that they have the same viewer base basically, and when they say one thing that goes a bit left to y'all, but again there's nothing really behind it, y'all go crazy. It just shows again just the unfairness of it all, man. It just shows it's bullshit. It's bullshit, lack of a better term, sorry. But dog, we're really saying this over the saltine word, bruh. And again, one word you can say it on on most platforms and not really be banned. Most other platforms, the other one, you can't even say it. You can't even spell it out, bruh. I will say it with you, right? They not gonna do it. They not gonna do it because they know it's a difference. There's a clear difference, bro. And it's just funny to me how, again, some people get so mad and want to get themselves so fake mad into being oppressed that they think a word that has no actual significance in terms of hatred and history and make it to where it's on the same level as a word that's inherently been mixed with bad history and all that shit. It don't make no sense. It makes perfect sense to me, but it just doesn't make no sense from a rational man's point of view. Dog, y'all crying over nothing, bro. Y'all want to be the victim so bad, bruh. Yeah, oh my gosh, bro. You want to be a victim so bad, dog, do some other shit, bro. Break your ankle, bro. Go skating and trip and fall and shit if you want to be a victim of something.
It's crazy because I think they just never grew up with that saying. what that my mom used to be like, "Oh, I'll give you something to cry about," and I ever since then I never wanted anything to cry about. These
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers want shit to cry about. I'll
Just
give you
want
something to cry about.
again.
I'll give you something to cry about.
The dead ass, bro, dead ass. It's like it's just if certain people are not the center of attention and they don't get catered to at all times, it feels like the world's automatically against them. They've been wronged in the worst possible way. That was a declaration, you know what I'm saying, of war upon their entire lifestyle when everything is not catered to about them. Like people can't even take a second to like address actual problems in not even just Twitch platform, but society in general. But I'll keep it to just this in Twitch platforms, because as soon as we get some attention and focus on what really matters on one side, here come the other motherfuckers who are, you know what I'm saying, who are over there in the corners looking at everybody, all the attention going that way. Like, what about us? What about the rest of us? What about the rest? Shut y'all asses up.
Shut up. Go play a game, bro.
Go play a game, bro. It's called Touch Grass Simulator 2022, bro. Go get some bitches, bro. Gosh, niggas are annoying, bro. But yeah, man, one step forward, two steps backward with Twitch. I hope this new lady can really come in and create some real, you know, headwaves and just movement in the positive direction. Please,
Absolutely.
more than two steps forward, please. Let's go.
Please.
More than two steps. Well, whatever, man. No YouTube shorts coming soon. Y'all see. All right. Anyways, let's get back into the gaming side of things. Earlier this week, we got a couple of interesting bits of news revolving around the highly anticipated and heavily rumored sequel, Bully 2. According to Dexterito and some gaming snitches, there have been several reports that Bully 2 was expected to be showcased at this year's Game Awards on the 9th. And another report from Okami13 on Twitter is unofficial. Don't at me, I just seen it. A senior editor actually tweeted out, a senior editor from Game Informer actually tweeted out a tease of an upcoming story in their publication with the captions, "New story coming to you soon," with the Bullworth Academy logo in the post as well. So damn, Bully 2 was supposed to be at the Game Awards, but it didn't show up and is being heavily rumored. What's going on? Bully 2 actually coming through?
I don't know. I think it is an interesting franchise. I love the idea of Bully because I think that it talked about a lot of things that were happening in school. It just brought a different light into what people thought school life was, and it brought more, I feel like, realism into it. Even though a lot of it wasn't like necessarily realism, but like a lot of kids really resonated with the game because it kind of connected with what they had to go through. A Bully in 2022, that game is either going to be like there's just so many things. Like here's one big thing. Is it an American school? Because there's a big trend going on in American schools that's not a good thing that we really shouldn't have. But will they address certain like things like, I don't know, people bringing a gun to the school, like shit like that? Like, are we gonna talk about that? Because Rockstar is very known for pushing the envelope with a lot of shit. At least in their prime, they were very ready to push the envelope for a lot of things. So would that be a theme that they cover in Bully 2? It's so weird. Like I just don't even know what a Bully game would look like nowadays. Am I excited? Because yeah, it's a franchise that I feel like, I mean, as if it's something coming out of Rockstar that doesn't have GTA Online attached to it, I'm always excited for it. I want to see anything that isn't online attached to it. As long as they don't add Bully Online, I don't care. I think it's gonna be great. But like, I just don't know if like, I don't know what this game. It's either gonna be super safe or they're gonna play it very risky. I really want to see a risky game of Bully. I really want them to talk about the shit that's very fucking important.
I am. Oof. This is a very thin.
I know. I know.
This is crazy. A thin line, boy. This right here is a thin line, man. Oh my goodness. Rockstar, we already know what they're about when it comes to that stuff. And again, if you played the first Bully, you know they really don't pull punches on it, bro. They don't pull punches. And how society has just moved like forward, and how the concept of schools and college and everything has shifted over the years, and how, you know, certain things is, again, with the cancel culture stuff, with everybody being a little bit more vocal and aware about certain things. Either they gonna say, hey, yo, we gonna have to say fuck everything and just go full send, or, you know what I'm saying, they have to make a really tame Bully, which might be disappointing to some people. Now, honestly, they have to be prepared to get banned in Australia. That's my only like word.
Yeah,
Just
1000%.
be
I feel like everybody
prepared.
does.
Y'all need to be prepared to get banned in Australia again if y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to make the bully y'all want to. This is going to be a really crazy thing, but they have to handle it carefully. Again, there's now this day and age, everybody, you know what I'm saying, who's like fucking, 4 years old to 40, they gonna have access to the same shit now. So yeah, there might have to be a little bit more care with how certain things are addressed to me. But I'm me personally, I know from like my own self without, again, certain things, involved, I would want to see their take on it because again, Rockstar always takes some shit to the max. And Rockstar always, they do their damn thing when it comes to certain, certain things, just like the craziness and the zaniness of the world. Bully was fantastic. I love Bully as a series. How they would handle it now is something that I'm super intrigued to see. And it would just be a weird fucking place. Because one, I want to see people's reactions to it because, for good, bad, or indifferent, I want to see any, like, if it's melting down, I want to see the meltdown. And if it's actually like a super solid take that people actually rock with, holy shit, I don't know how y'all pulled it off, but damn, I want to see the reaction to it. This is one where it's like you go to the circus, right? And it's like, okay, if it's a good show, it's a good show. But if the damn tiger bits somebody on the neck, beats like, he eats a lion tamer and he kills him, like, you're like, damn, like, I paid money, but it's still a show. It's still a show, baby. It's still a show. It's still a show. So I'm in that mindset where it's like, yo, I might have to just buy my ticket to sit down and see what's going on, because I really do want to bully, but again, I really don't want a lot of fuckery to come from Bully, if you see what I'm saying. Like, I don't want some of these weirdos, some weird motherfuckers to take this shit for real life and take this shit for gospel, you know what I'm saying, and just do that stuff. I just hope that they do nail this, man. Rockstars, they've had enough L's. Again, shout out to EQ in the chat. Literally, they've been on a losing streak, bro, with this It Takes Two shit, the name infringement. After It Takes Two won Game of the Year, so what y'all finna do, bro? Joseph Fares gonna take a dub on y'all and just leave? He gonna leave the name, bro. He already got his awards and shit. So they've been on a losing streak at all. I feel like they need, they need to fix up in general, stop being assholes. That's a whole different thing, though. But from a gaming standpoint, I feel like Bully 2 is a really interesting thing that I would love to see how it's executed. So it was gonna show up apparently. I want to see it. I actually am very, very interested in seeing how it pans out.
1000%.
How in the fuck y'all gonna do it? I'm sitting with the Monique, but I would like to see it.
I just want to see it happen. I want to see it happen because I'm tired of GTA Online DLC.
Yep. When do you think it would come out? Like, since it was rumored to be shown, I guess, at the Game Awards.
We're not seeing that till 2024. And the reason I say this is because they're gonna say it's gonna be announced 2023, but it's gonna get delayed to 2024.
Yeah, most likely.
At least I see it, because if it was supposed to be a Game Awards and then it didn't get shown at Game Awards, because something went wrong. And if something's going wrong before you even show it,
yeah, that's also true. So does that mean GTA 6 gets pushed back to like 2045?
I don't think we're gonna get GTA 6 at all. I would love to see GTA 6, but like I don't think we're getting a new GTA game.
I don't think so. I honestly, like, safe estimate 2028. I would say 20. I'd go 2027. 2027. They take long stretches of time to actually build that, and if they're putting Bully already in like kind of like this marketing ring and stuff like that, they're gonna keep going with that push for Bully in the next few years, and that'll be a long support cycle. GTA Online will literally never die, so there's that.
Whenever I think what's gonna happen is whenever they announce either the end of GTA Online, like this is the last DLC for GTA Online, we're gonna keep it updated, but this is the last like big expansion. Whenever they do it for that, or whenever they do it for Red Dead 2, whenever one of those two games is one of those two online games is put on last DLC, then I'm gonna start being like, maybe there's a GTA 6 coming. But every time I see GTA 6 anything, I laugh and then I don't even read it. I'm just like, oh, GTA 6 is trending. Y'all are funny, and then I just keep it going because I have nothing.
By the time y'all finish, by the time y'all finish with that damn cycle, I done already shot up the club and got 2 kids, boy. Get that out of here. That's gonna be a long way out. But yeah, Rockstar, yeah, I got a real interesting couple of years ahead of you, boy. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's roll on to the next one, man. Shout out to Bully 2. Shout out to Bully 2. Hope to see you soon at Bullworth, damn it. Let's talk about TikTok real quick. Hold on. The TikTok app. Some may not have peeped it this week, but TikTok has announced a soft launch and begun testing a new live streaming platform entitled TikTok Live Studio. Again, with a small tester group in North America, the desktop app surfaced with a small bundle of core features, including game, mobile video, program capture, some workarounds for alerts, and stock emojis. Now, TikTok is dipping into the streaming game. When? How do you feel? How do you feel? TikTok is trying to dip their toe into live streaming.
Have you ever like when you were scrolling on TikTok, you ever seen somebody live and been like, "Oh, I hope they're playing a video game"? Because I don't think well, first off, I don't even like TikTok lives to begin with, but I've never been like, man, watching something like this, I would love if there was an entire video game attached to this format. Like like I'm on TikTok because I'm on TikTok to watch TikToks. I'm not on TikTok to watch streams. If somebody goes live on TikTok, I'll watch it because it pops up on my screen regardless. Am I gonna go on to TikTok? Like I just don't know where they're gonna put that. Like, are they gonna put it in like the discover section? Like, how do you even? Everybody has a go live feature, and I think streaming is gonna be like a staple in almost every platform ever at some point. But I don't think I'm ever gonna download OBS to go live on TikTok. You know, like if it goes off of, if I do anything off of my phone for TikTok, it's to make TikToks to send to my phone. I'm personally, I don't want to see it, but I guess if you're super into the app, I don't know. I feel like I've been disconnected from TikTok since like it began because I was a Vine kid. TikTok came on, I'm like, it's not as good as Vine. I was that old guy. I was super fucking wrong. And now I'm on that shit all nonstop. So I'm sitting here, hella boomer, fucking sitting here saying, I don't see this happening. And that shit might blow the fuck up. So I'm going to say this. I don't like the idea. I'm not gonna watch it, but this shit might fucking blow up, and I'm gonna be salty as shit streaming on TikTok, looking like, please give me millions. I don't want to pay bills.
Man, doing a renegade and shit in Porsche.
Like, I'm just fucking, please come to my Twitch.
Oh my god. Oh, but all right. Holy shit. But yeah, with this stuff, man, from an actual personal perspective, I do not care that they even launched this shit. I don't, from a personal standpoint. But from a business and potential growth standpoint, this could potentially be a gold mine. This could. Now, again, with some of the stuff that they dropped, it was really in its like infancy stages. Of course, it came with some core features. It came with a portrait and landscape mode, so you can like kind of switch the streaming formats and stuff as you go. I think there might have been some room for plugins there, but again, that wasn't a feature yet. But again, with the just the environment of TikTok in and of itself, it's a very enclosed space naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure I heard some stats where it's like, 75% of people who are on TikTok are like 80 to 9, it's 80% or some shit like that. They stay on TikTok. Like, that's pretty much like the majority of what they use. They don't double dip into other platforms. There's a lot of people that just stay predominantly on TikTok, and that's a very, very big audience that stays there. I've seen a lot of people, in terms of creator wise, I've seen people who are going crazy on TikTok and have like a bunch of videos on there, and I don't see them nowhere else. They don't put their shit nowhere else. I ain't even seen them not in recommended, not in one thing. I tried to look them up. They didn't have like nearly as many viewers on other platforms. So people are kind of like sticking to that, to that environment. TikTok is a really big environment for that, again, for that level of audience. And that doesn't necessarily carry over once you're trying to take it to other platforms. So it's a really feasible thing. Well, very promising thing in terms of if you catch an audience in TikTok and, it's already hard for them to transfer out. If you can still build enough interest to have a whole streaming platform and have a streaming schedule on TikTok and that platform, and then you just grow, like, again, you hit like 400,000 followers, you have like 2 million likes and stuff like that, you have like a few hundred people coming out to the TikTok streams, and then you start funneling over to other platforms, that's a way bigger, pot you're dragging out of the app than just if you're just dropping some things here and there and you're still going on with everything else. Adding streaming, again, puts more, a bit more depth into your content on that platform, which draws more people out to support you wherever you go. So from that standpoint, it's really, really promising. Now the features, now the performance, how it'll actually look, that's a whole different thing in and of itself, and I hope that's good. I hope that's actually really strong. And the other big thing is, how is that creator program? How is that creator, I guess, benefits that that again, like an affiliate or partner program or YouTube partner program? How does that translate to the streaming side? Is it different from just a regular TikTok creator program that they already have now? What will be some key differences? Will it just be incorporated into the partner program in general? How are you going to support it? Because if there's enough support for it, that'll shoot up like hotcakes. That shit will be out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very important crux of how live studio operates and how it will actually get off the ground, in the future. Because if that's the case, you're building your own, desktop app. It's already on, PCs and stuff like that. It's not going to be that hard for some of the little kids to be like, hey, yo, bro, I'm about to go on TikTok on my desktop. Boom, right there. And it expands beyond the phone. It's just a lot of room to grow. And if they handle it right, they could be a real, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily, they are a competitor, yes, to Twitch and YouTube, but they can have their own, engine. It's like they can have their own thing separately, or it's not really touched by Twitch and YouTube, because TikTok's, platform and their foundation in mobile usage and stuff is already so strong. They have their whole, like, almost millions upon millions of people that are barely even touched by Twitch and YouTube platforms. They're solely on TikTok. They're TikTok loyalists. So having that basis is really, really promising if you can take streaming to the next level on that platform with live studio. So interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting and promising situation if they handle it correctly.
Yeah. I don't know what the program, how the program itself works. Somebody said that it's literally just OBS, but with like kind of how Streamlabs took OBS and just made it their own thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
people were saying that it's a lot like that, and I was like, that's kind of fucked up after the whole Streamlabs OBS thing this summer.
And I think that they're actually dealing with some of those problems right now, where it's like, yo, how do you actually differentiate it? Like, are y'all allowed to do this shit, bro? What's going on here? So I think TikTok is working through that right now. But if they can weather that storm, it looks promising. But that's also a problem that they have to fix.
Yeah,
that is also a problem.
See.
We will definitely see, man. But hey, listen, I'm out here. If this streaming shit, I'm about to do that shit live, bro. Wake up in the morning, dip before I see my stream. Wow, I'm about to be making TikToks while I'm streaming and shit like that. I will be in there. Yeah, no, Twitch, don't worry about it. I signed the contract, don't you? Well, yeah, man, it's live studio. We'll find out, man. We will find out. All right, on to some other platform news, which is here we go. We finally stumbled upon this conversation on the No Cooldown podcast. Ubisoft has started to come to grips with some other, stressful news this week, as talks over their in-game NFT system, Ubisoft Quartz, is being met with ridicule. And now this week, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot took time to take an internal Q&A to assuage fears, reaffirm NFT development on the side of Ubisoft, and supposedly suggest that NFTs will take the path of loot boxes, DLC, and microtransactions of initial dislike from the public, but eventual acceptance across the board. Now, we're seeing a lot of NFT movements in gaming as of late, with Stalker 2 actually reconsidering and removing their NFT plans as initially thought, and others have been praising it across the industry, some EA execs and stuff. And they've been planning to incorporate it like Ubisoft with other properties. Now, I want to start with the situation of Ubisoft Quartz, and then we can expand it out a little bit to NFTs and gaming in general. I guess with the situation on, Yves Guillemot's comments of how, it's probably going to be eventually accepted. The public might be bugging, and they think that NFTs are a good thing that Ubisoft wants to invest in. How do you feel about that?
I think NFTs are like, I think NFTs, I'm just going to say, I think NFTs are stupid, but I think they're also cool when you're just looking at them as like NFTs on like added onto shit is stupid. I think NFTs in and of themselves is like cool crypto. That's like something way out of my realm. I don't really know much about them. I don't think they're stupid as in like, I wish NFTs would all just disappear. Y'all can do whatever y'all want, really. I know a friend of mine, he's a photographer. His NFTs have really changed the way he sells photos and things like that. Like, he used to just sell photos off of prints and stuff, but people who really like his photos that he makes into an NFT, he can make good money, and it helps because like when his photo gets moved around and traded and stuff, he still gets money. Like, it does give, there are benefits to the thing. I think when you start trying to make everything a fucking NFT, it gets real annoying. So like, I love that he brought up loot boxes, as if people really love loot boxes. I am not a fan of them. It's one of those things where just kind of like, I get an Apex loot box, and I'm not really happy that this is the way I get to unlock things, but I really can't control it because like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think anybody's really a big fan of loot boxes because you get a lot of times you get screwed over, and that's what I'm hoping isn't going to happen with NFTs in my video game because a lot of time you get screwed over. There used to be like, I remember back in Counter Strike, people who used to be able to sell skins because they were so rare.
Oh,
So
that whole
yeah,
fiasco with the skin market and stuff. Oh,
so remember that shit when it was a digital piece of art that you could only one person could own or whatever the fuck, and then that
yeah,
became a big problem in the fucking
yep,
internet trading space and shit,
yep.
and like
They
a
got
lot
on
of
what's the
money
name?
is
They got on whose ass? It was that one Call of Duty dude. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to remember his name, bruh. They got on his ass though. It was him and like it was, I think Syndicate was involved with that stuff too. It was him
yeah,
and
dude,
some other dude, bruh. He did all the Call of Duty like tutorials and shit like that. But
yeah.
they was on his
They did
ass.
like a lot of them got in trouble because they were like betting
Mm.
skins and shit like that.
Lit
Well,
straight
remember how big
straight
of an
betting.
issue that was? You know what the fuck an NFT is? A digital piece of work that only so many people can own. That's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be the same problem where it's like you want to bring this. I just don't understand the purpose of it. You know, I just don't get it. Like, what does this NFT do for my video game outside of like, oh, you can make money off of it? Like, why don't you just let me make money off the fucking video game if that's how you want me? Let me take my in-game currency, cash it out, and you pay me the money. Oh, you don't want to do that. You want us to just fucking. You want us to just. You want pandemonium. You want to make money off of this. I don't understand the point of the NFTs in video games. I just don't get it. I truly just don't get it.
And then one of the funniest things was with the reports and stories I was looking at, people internally at Ubisoft were like, "Yo, what's the fucking point of the NFTs, bro? Like, it's kind of messing with our workflow in terms of what do we even have to include it for?" And that's why Yves Guillemot was like, he wanted to make the internal Q&A to like put stuff forward like, "Yo, this is something that we're like making a priority." And I'm just like, bro, in the grand
You want
scheme
to
of
make money.
things, yeah, you want to make money and you want to set up for the future. I understand NFTs and that whole process in and of itself, in concept, in theory, it's a great thing for certain parties, for people who are smaller artists, for people who want to protect certain things and don't want to be copied off of and stuff like that. Want to add value for on a smaller scale. I completely understand that. I respect that. But when it becomes a corporation's goal to hop in on that trend that's protecting smaller people and make it an exploit to kind of again, oh, they can put buzzwords behind it like, oh yeah, again, like Yves Guillemot was saying in the article, he was like, oh yeah, internet 3.0 and stuff like that, and all these like in-game environments like a metaverse or something like that. But at the end of the day, you're getting some of these players, so some of them again are going to be kids and stuff like that. They're going to put that money down and try and put their mama's credit cards to the fucking limit, trying to buy some skins, trying to buy some weapons and stuff like that are now not readily available for them. And the more you put that down, that's just going to create problems going forward. That now is going to affect how games are even made, what the emphasis is in terms of the structure of games. Oh, we got to make them play to these objectives, but then here are these good ass weapon skins and stuff that are locked behind different paywalls. So now you're kind of muddying the product a little bit with the sense of, oh, we want to have these in every format. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure these NFTs are a staple in every type of transaction. So you can trade it across games. You can do that. Now I understand for the sense of connectivity, there's that, but like there's no sense in putting that behind paywalls. You don't need to have that. That's an unnecessary to a gaming experience. To me, that's unnecessary. That's only for the sake of you want to build us again another sustainable like flow of revenue. You want to build another again major cash grab, not necessarily a cash grab, but a method of gaining a lot of cash consistently over a time where maybe a game's lifespan might die. It's just a profit. It's just again profit seeking, and that really fucks with the level of quality that these projects can put out. And to me, that just kind of like puts a damper on motherfuckers' projects. You know what I'm saying? People working on like some real shit, and you're like, oh yeah, that's dope. Put these NFTs in there, motherfucker. Put that there. Put that there. Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, move that. Make sure that's in there. Make sure that's in there. And now they have to work around that, and that messes with things. So it just sucks. It sucks to me when it comes to gaming. When you pair those two together on a large scale, that sucks. But
Yeah, it's just
it's the plight of corporations, man.
Honestly, it's just like all I really have to say about that shit is just like, man, if I buy, because I'm not against buying an NFT. If I had the money, I would do it because I think it's an interesting way of making money, or just crypto. That shit in general is cool. I don't want this shit in my games though. Like, you don't gotta mix. Not everything has to get mixed, and I understand that. And it just feels like people who are like, it feels like the big heads of these companies, like the heads of Ubisoft, he saw NFTs as a way of making money, but he's like, but how do I make NFTs? I can't make NFTs myself. Oh, what if I made my company do it? It's like, bro, why don't you just go buy another company? Why don't you just invest in another company and do that shit over there, bro? Because we don't need that shit over here. We really don't.
And again, it feels like, oh yes, the easy cop out. Just make Ubisoft courts across every Ubisoft title we can possibly think of and try to incorporate. Now we have an NFT market that's fully transferable across all these different things, and it's an easy in because you're gonna have fans of series, you're gonna have fans of your games, and that's just an easy buy-in for them. So it's just the money aspect of it that's fucking with the actual, the true potential and quality of some of the projects that you're trying to put out, and that I can't rock with. That I cannot rock with.
Why don't they just make good Ubisoft games first before they start making Ubisoft NFTs? Like,
that's a good question. That is a good question.
Like, why don't you worry about the Ubisoft games before you worry about making more money off them?
I'm so dead ass serious. I'm like, yo, y'all thinking about every other thing out here, bro.
No, making games.
Fix Ghost Recon, bro. What happened to that? Go fix Ghost Recon. Y'all got some bullshit NFTs in there. Look what happened. Y'all didn't even focus on the actual game. And look what happened to that. Seems like NFTs might be a problem for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even before that, I can't even put it all on them. You know what I'm saying? I can't even put it all on NFTs because y'all was dropping some L's before that. Yeah, again, this is just like overstepping for the sake of, again, profit driving, raising, you know what I'm saying, stock prices and stuff for companies, you know what I'm saying, on the exchange, instead of actually focus on projects that will bring, again, just real value to gamers, which would then still in turn raise stock price. Y'all just thinking of other different avenues of cash growth instead of focusing on supporting projects the best you can and making something that's impactful, which again will in turn do the same thing in time. So
yeah,
I don't know. Corporations will be corporations. Yeah, bro. Y'all motherfuckers better. Yeah, ooh. When I talk about this next, y'all. Let's get to it. The last story of the day. Oh my goodness gracious. I wrote this on the notes, bro. I don't even need the Ron Burgundy of this shit, bro. I'm not even going to make my whole professional voice. Fuck that. Splinter Cell is back. Now, this is very, very sensitive ground. I am happy as hell, but I'm also nervous. So Ubisoft Toronto, which is actually the team behind the last Splinter Cell Blacklist almost 10 years ago, dropped the bombshell that they will be heading up development for the full reboot of the Splinter Cell series, starting with the original entry. Now, the game is utilizing the new Snowdrop engine, which is going to be used for the new Avatar game, and the new Star Wars Ubisoft title that's coming to rebuild the original Splinter Cell from the ground up. And they have stated that the game is going to be kept linear and not move to any open world format. Thank you so much. Before we get into any thoughts, I just want to say, finally, y'all stop fucking around. Oh my gosh. There is mobile games. Character on Rainbow Six. More mobile games. Skins. Possibly an NFT. Y'all have done so much shit around. I'm pretty sure he was somewhere, an Easter egg or something like that in Hitman. Possibly.
Maybe.
I don't know.
He's been in every other game but his own.
He's been in every other damn game, franchise, appearance, platform, except his own. Why? Don't even answer that. Thank you for actually making some damn sense for once. Splinter Cell, we back. How you feel?
So I think that the last Splinter Cell game I played was actually Blacklist. I really enjoyed the co-op version. Me and my cousin hates stealth games, but I convinced him to play the multiplayer with me, and even he enjoyed it. Splinter Cell, the one that I played the most, that I want to say I played Conviction the most, the one before Blacklist. That was a really good one, and I was sitting there.
Conviction was fantastic.
I haven't beat it, and I want to buy that one in Blacklist. I don't know if I'll ever play the older ones, just because like old stealth games.
Yeah.
tough games are hard back in the
tough
day.
As shit.
And
tough as shit.
I don't have the patience for it. I might just watch all the cutscenes or something. Like I might do that. But like Conviction was cool because it had that whole like you can mark 3 people and then he does the whole like slow-mo thing. That it felt smooth. Blacklist was even more buttery. Everything was really fun. Those co-op missions were fantastic, super fun. And we gotta. It sucked because there was a bug in one of the missions, but if it wasn't for the fact that we couldn't get past this mission because of this bug, we would have honestly in one day beat all the missions because they were really fun. It's a really fun game. I'm really happy that it's back. Hopefully they don't do like we only have 50 copies of the remake and they're all NFTs. You gotta buy Ethereum.
Oh my god! Don't even put that into the universe, man. Don't put that into the universe. Oh my gosh, bro, that's actually disgusting. I would. Nah, bro. You gonna have to make me. You gonna make me mask up over that stuff, bro. Allegedly. All somebody gonna hear in their room was sit.
I'm really excited to see it. I'm kind of upset that they didn't do the open world thing, but I think whatever works for them works for them. I was a big fan of open world Metal Gear Solid. I didn't think it was gonna work, but it made having that openness was kind of cool. But I also all the cool parts of Metal Gear Solid wasn't the fact that I was in an open world. It was more just like I was in a mission that was like open. Not having an open world sometimes can be like in this day and age a little bit of like seen as like working backwards. But I think a linear Splinter Cell game with some good replayability would be really interesting.
I think of certain things like in recent Deathloop, which is a really good example of a game that's pretty linear but still has a little bit of again that wiggle room to be a little bit more open world exploration, stuff like that. Again, I would want Splinter Cell to be a little bit tighter than that, but still have a little bit of room to deviate. And again, do what Splinter Cell does. Keep it to that same essence of Splinter Cell, which is what they're doing. Exactly, just keeping that again very linear. Is you're gonna have I'm assuming of course you're gonna have different environments you can traverse it in different ways, tackle it in a very diverse amount of situations and applications of the tools that you have. Like it's thank you. So, and again, it's from a studio I trust because they made the Blacklist. So I am completely trusting of where they're going. They have a lot of senior teams who had experience on previous Splinter Cells as well as Blacklist and stuff. So it's going to be a whole new take on it. So I am very, very happy by the announcement. I just need to see gameplay now to confirm everything, confirm some of my excitements, you know what I'm saying, assuage some of my fears, and just leave NFTs out of this, please. Leave NFTs, leave open world. Thank goodness you said it. Don't just leave it out. Leave all that other bullshit that Ubisoft usually does out. I'll please just keep it down to some minimums. Please. Other things like glitches and stuff, do your best to work them out. Other shit don't even need to be in there. Don't touch it. This is a real like important like shit right here. And I'm assuming by the time y'all push this out, it's gonna be 2023, 2024. So if you announce it now, I feel like it's gonna be the next 2 years. So
I want to say I would hope it's the next 3, but I could because it's a linear game. If they're not doing any like multiplayer versions, like in like Blacklist or like the other ones where you have like if they release like the core game 20, I think if they're just dropping the single player, I think 2023 would be a good solid start. And then like later they were like, you know how Ghost of Tsushima did, like here's the game, here's the multiplayer aspect later. I think that would be a cool way of like keeping the game alive after it.
I agree. Again, like that, and then like Last of Us, where they had like factions mode after the fact they dropped. You know what I'm saying, when it first came out. Fantastic mode. People are gonna be waiting on it. So again, give us a very nice, rich, lush single player experience and a single player narrative that we can, sink our teeth back into with the Sam Fisher story and all that stuff. Beautiful. Put that to us on a plate and then follow back up with it in like 5 months maybe. 4 or 5 months with Spies versus Mercs mode. Everything, to the nines on that side, and that is just a fire comeback for Splinter Cell. I'm gonna keep this like tucked away in my arteries. I'm just gonna keep it tucked away. And this is also actually a funny moment because like this has happened a few times now, where it's like a team who is like I guess a small like indie team was created to build a similar experience. Like I don't know if you remember we were talking about. I think when you were a guest on the previous iteration of this podcast, we were talking about Spectre, right? We were talking about the
Yeah.
indie version of Spectre. And I was like, oh, yo, I can't wait to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it looks pretty good. It looks like, you know what I'm saying? It looks like a pretty, you know, good rendition. Since we're not going to have no Splinter Cell, we might as well look at this. But now Splinter Cell's coming back. I'm like, Spectre, hey,
Yeah.
I might still, I'm probably still going to, you know, play it. But it's interesting to see as soon as you see one rendition of something or maybe like a similar feeling game, the actual joint comes back like, hey, yo, who the hell was calling us, bro? Who was calling us, nigga? What the fuck is it? It's just funny how that works. Like, I guess a similar like Splitgate, Halo Infinite type thing as well.
Yeah. It's funny. I remember when they announced. I don't know. I think they got announced literally around the same time. But even Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad, like I think they got announced literally at the same event. But I was like, wow, this is really funny because like I really wanted to. At first, I was like, wow, I really want to play the Suicide Squad, and then like Gotham Knights dropped more gameplay, and I was like, oh, I don't know now. It looks like Batman is back. It might be where it's at. Then the gameplay of Suicide Squad dropped, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of hard now.
It's just a lot. But again, when it comes down to Splinter Cell, thank you, Ubisoft Toronto. I was very happy that this is alive right now. I just want y'all to take y'all damn time and make some fire shit, bruh. I want to see like a great return to form. I'm expecting a great return to form. Y'all know what y'all have to do. Y'all made the blacklist. Y'all have all the source material I need with the original game. The rebuilding up in a brand new engine. It's gonna look fantastic. I hope it feels fantastic. Best of luck and Godspeed. Oh, yeah, wonderful. I could almost cry, motherfucker. I could almost cry. But that's all I got for the notes on the show today, bruh. I think that's it. Is there any other tidbits and stuff you want to cover, or how about to say?
Not that I can think of. It's been pretty news-wise. It's been pretty quiet for the video games at least I'm paying attention to right now. So no, I think we pretty much hit the nail on the head with this one.
I agree. I also have an idea for the next podcast. Like we'll talk about it. But yeah, I think that's it though. Damn, we ran through everything, man. Live action shit. A couple of acquisitions. Twitch, you know, on they good shit, but also bullshit at the same time. You know, so what else is new? Bully 2, TikTok, Ubisoft Courts, and Splinter Cell. That's a decent bit of news for December. I'm not gonna lie, it's a decent little bit of news,
especially for the end because we're like halfway through December. Like it's for almost before the new year. That's impressive. I didn't think much. Everybody's gonna be quiet. Facts. I thought people were on vacation already.
I thought it would be dead silence after the Game Awards. To be honest, I thought it would be dead silence, but this is still pretty decent news. And when we get into next year, boy, oh yeah, we'll talk about next year soon. We will talk about next year because it's gonna be a big one. Big one. But yeah, that's all I got on the notes, man. That's the second edition of No Cooldown in the books, fully done, wrapped up. When any closing words, any closing thoughts as we wrap this up?
Drink water. Watch Spider-Man because Tripp really wants you to watch Spider-Man.
Damn right.
I can't even think. Play Destiny. That's all I really have. That's really all I have to say. That's all I do.
I'm not gonna lie. See, I'll be in the cut watching you play Destiny, Brad. Last time I saw you had the battle rifle in your hand, I was like, bro, I low key.
Yo, they added that, which was nuts.
It looks so good. And I'm like, I haven't played Destiny in years. Like that's one of the games where it's like I played it at first and then I just died off. I died off at some point.
Everybody does, and even I did it like I did it like 3 times in Destiny 2. I was just like, all right, I'm out of here. And then I'm like, oh, it's free on Game Pass. All right, I'll play it a little bit.
Word. I still have to buy Game Pass. But yeah, I have to do that. And then I might have to like, you know, see what's going on. I might have to do a little bit of grind to get that Magnum and that battle rifle. But yeah, that's there. My closing remarks, again, just to reiterate, drink your damn water. Go watch Spider-Man for goodness sakes. You motherfuckers, please. I need y'all to watch Spider-Man and have a great week. We will probably be back I think we might be back one more time before the year is out, before we kick off the new year. Got some things to discuss. Probably going to be a shorter episode, a little special one before we get up out of here. Sound platforms, audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Anchor, Stitcher Radio. We will be there in 2022. We're running into a little bit of, you know, traffic and bumpy shit. Just getting that on board, but it will be there in 2022. For all the VODs and the look backs on the videos, please be sure to check out Wotaku channel. Is it on Wotaku channel? Your VODs on streaming?
Yeah, it should be on Wotaku.
Yes.
If not, it's also on both of our Twitches. But all episode 2 and 1. I don't know why I
Yes.
named this episode 3, but this is episode 2. Episode 2 and 1 are both on my channel.
Bet. So episode 1 and 2, if you want to look on YouTube, it is on WenEazy's channel. And then if you're on Twitch and want to look back into some of the VODs, twitch.tv/ThatManTripp and twitch.tv/WenEazy for those VODs on episode 1 and 2 of No Cooldown. We will be on audio platforms in 2022, so please be on the lookout for that. Check out the pod Twitter at No Cooldown Pod on Twitter. Please look that up. We're going to be dropping a bunch of clips, dropping a bunch of stuff, having daily content to keep y'all in there, in the know with all the news stuff and everything like that. So please give them a follow. Give all that a follow. Follow me on Twitter as well, ThatManTripp. Follow Wen on Twitter, at WenEazy. You know what I'm saying? Doing it big out here. 2022 is going to be a big one, man. I don't want to get fully get into next year's stuff, but I'm on a gaming side, on a content creation side, on a personal growth side. 2022 is going to be a really, really big year, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I also agree with you. I think 2022 is going to go. I think it's going to be. I don't even think we understand how big it's going to be because I think there's still a bunch of stuff in the cracks that we haven't even seen rise yet.
Yep. Like on every standpoint, bruh. I gotta go watch Bleach and shit because they came out with that new trailer today, and niggas was going crazy. He was going crazy over Bleach. I'm like, damn, shit, I gotta go fucking get
I gotta
Bleach.
rewatch it. I haven't seen it since I was in middle school. I saw the trailer and I almost cried. And I was telling Ro, I was like, "You're gonna have to watch Bleach," and I was like, "Before October," because we're watching that last arc live.
Got to. I saw it. I'm like, yeah, I might have to do my due diligence, bro. I gotta get back in the fucking game, bro. It's too much hot stuff dropping. There's too much goodness dropping in 2022. It's gonna be a jam-packed year from gaming to anime to entertainment to all that stuff, man. Like, we gonna have a lot to cover on the pod, bro. I hope you ready. Stretch your damn hammies, dog. It's gonna be a marathon.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, but man, we out here. I can't wait to see where we end up. You know what I'm saying? On top of the mountains, on top of high ass ratings and podcast leaderboards and shit. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, that is no Cooldown Pod episode 2. We're done. I did not record this on that, so that will I don't even have to press that button. Damn near, I'll get it off the VOD. Who we rating? What's going on? Who we rating?
Actually, that's a great question.
I see a couple names on here. I see Crayon. I see Lala. I see Clutch. Do you remember who you rated last time?
I can't remember. I don't know if I rated anybody because I had to go to the bathroom really badly. So
I know you dipped out. I think you got your food and you came back, but we rated the same person. Yeah, we rated the same person though. I feel like it was.
You want to do that again?
Yeah. Fuck, I see Crayon.
We could rate Cray.
Yeah. I'm about to say we gonna raid this man. This man playing Super Auto Pets. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Yo, he's been playing
that. It seems so intense.
I have not. I don't know what it is, but I definitely gotta check it out.
My boy was saying 50 megabytes, bro. It'll change your life. I said, what the fuck is this, bro? But yeah, anyways, bro, that is the whole episode for today. In terms of everything else, I might be on tomorrow evening. I might run through later the Shadow Broker for Mass Effect 2 because I was trying to finish that shit by the end of the year and then finish Mass Effect 3 by the end of the year. Maybe we'll see. I don't fucking know. We might play some other shit. There was another game I had to play, a couple videos I got to record, and then the next no Cooldown Pod, hopefully before the year is out. It's gonna be some shit coming, so y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna press this raid button. It's getting ready. Cook up. Come on. Is your raid button ready?
Yeah. Almost. Yeah. I think the next thing I'm doing is gonna be a new video dropping hopefully next week and stream on Monday. So hopefully, be on the lookout for that.
A whole bunch of stuff coming, man. Y'all, please show love to Wen, man. Support. We out here. About to double it up. About to go crazy in this new year. We out here, man. Watch this damn space. Watch this space. It's about to look real crazy for some people, man. Jump on the train now while you can. Jump on the train now. All right, I'm about to press this button, man. We out of here, bro. Appreciate y'all.